Welcome back to Season 2 of Sailing Sitka. We are Jay and Kenna, two young Canadians who stepped outside the box of comfort and decided to act on their ambitions of sailing around the world. We first set sail from Victoria, BC, Canada, and have been adventuring around Mexico ever since. In this season, we'll be sailing on, further south and closer towards our dreams of exploring everywhere the sea touches. So sit back, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Sitka. If you're new here, we hope you stick around. On this episode, we are sailing 190 nautical miles from Ensenada Carrizal to Zihuatanejo, here on the Pacific coast of Mexico. We always prep Sitka, but we do an extra extensive prep when embarking on longer passages. This includes doing our regular checks, cleanings, and stowaways. We always make sure everything is A-OK with the engine. Also, we manually pump out our bilge as we still have a rudder shaft seal leak. We also stow our pots, pans, cutting boards, and anything really that could fall over and break. Next, we head up on deck to dog down our hatches so that we can secure our dinghy. And lastly, we prep our mainsail so that we have a smooth go at it when it's ready to set. Okay.
All checks are done, everything's working, so we're just about to pull up anchor here. So I'm gonna pull up the bridle. I'm just bringing up my charts right now to make sure I'm ready to go. There we go, and we're ready. Kenna's gonna go in the V berth and push that chain down. You know the deal.
Yeah, literally. Screw my leg.
I hate our anchor locker for this specific reason, and I know our friends on Avocet have the exact same problem as well. Why is it designed like this? Having to come down and push every so feet is just like, it's annoying as all hell, especially because Jay has to run back and forth from lifting to the helm, and it can be really tough in some situations when we're in a really crowded anchorage.
All right, my friends, we are off. We are off. Zihuatanejo, 190 miles straight that way. This is going to be our longest passage in some time now, and we're actually really excited to get out there. It can be really magical to be out at sea. Hopefully we get some dolphin action, maybe whale action. That would be really cool. And let's pray to the gods of Poseidon that I do not get seasick. I took my pills, so it should be good, and I'm hoping this is going to be a beautiful sail.
This is our course for pretty much the next 2 days. So, well, yeah, full day tonight, full day tomorrow, and the next night we'll get there in the morning after that. The wind's not too strong yet, but hopefully when we clear this headland we feel a bit more breeze. I'm going to keep the engine on until we're past the shipping lanes. As you can see, there's two container ships coming in to Manzanillo, so we're going to kind of intersect the lanes. When you're doing that, you kind of want to go at 90 degrees and like spend the less possible amount of time within traffic lanes. So I'm not gonna start fucking around with sails just yet. I want to be past that, and that way we can avoid, we don't want to get in their way. Like, they have priority here. Even if you're people with the sailboats, sometimes they're like, oh, we got right away now. Not when you're in traffic lanes like this and they're coming into port. So you want to give them a wide bearing. They win when it comes to hitting us, we'll die. So we'll give them way. And once we're past that, we'll put the sails up. Anyways, it's still light right now, and I don't know if you heard that, but we were like burning up on that battery power pulling up the anchor because we had like 170 feet down. So I have to pull the last bit up by hand. Anyways, we'll charge the batteries up a bit, and then we'll get on our way. And that's how she goes.
All right, we cut the engine, sails are up, full Jenny, full main, on a beam reach, going what, Jay? 4.5?
4.4, 4.3, 4.3, yeah. About 4.5.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll take that over motoring. I'm like, the last 3 passages have been like just motor sails. So I'm really excited to just sail. Like, even if we take longer, I don't care. Like, we'll just sail.
We haven't had wind like this for like
we left a bit early too, so that like technically at 5 knots it would take 38 hours, so we'd get there like at like early in the morning, like before sunrise. So like we got a bit of a window. Like we can, I don't care if we get there like in 42 hours, then we'll get there in the day. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't want to turn the engine unless we absolutely have.
Now we're just listening to the peace and quiet.
Yeah, and like right now is like kind of like the bit of a navigation, not stressful, but more stressful time, just because we're entering and we're leaving, sorry, a very, very busy harbor. Yeah. So we're just passing the last ship there, but that should be good. We'll have to still keep an eye though, because there could be ships coming in from the south from the Panama Canal, obviously. And 190 miles to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the beginning. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna put the lines out tonight, but tomorrow I will.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll fish for sure.
Yeah. But luckily we already have food made for tonight, because Kenna prepped us some food earlier, so that's awesome. And we still have brownies, because Kenna made brownies last night, so we have a treat.
Normal brownies.
Yeah, but they're good.
You're too tall.
Oh, sorry. Hi. Kenna sets the camera for hobbits. Hi guys.
Just saw some dolphins after we were eating. See if I can get them on film here. See if they're, oh, there they are. Nothing beats that feeling ever. So cool.
After the dolphin disappeared at the bow, we heard some ruckus coming from our stern, so we quickly grabbed our GoPro and put it on our good old trusty boat hook mount just to try to film what was going on below the surface. To our surprise, the dolphin relocated and was now playing with our rudder. When I asked Jay what the heck he was doing, he replied to me, "How would I know? I'm not a dolphin." Classic smartass response from my captain, but it really had me wondering, what could he possibly want with our rudder? If you have any ideas, comment down below and let us know what you think. And just like that, day one was over and the sun began to set over the uninterrupted horizon. And there we were, just a speck floating around in the wide open blue, gliding our way slowly further south. I used to be so scared when I lost sight of land, but now I find so much peace in the vast openness the ocean provides. I find myself chasing after the feeling of complete and utter calmness in which sailing offshore can provide. Mind you, the weather must be in your favor to feel such a way. I don't know what it is, but as far as I know, there isn't any explanation. But out at sea, your brain thinks of the wildest things, pulls out memories from the deepest parts of your mind, and you find yourself pondering such intense thoughts. It sounds exhausting, but I find it so incredible what the brain is capable of once it's provided an environment without any distractions, which in this day and age is a rare find.
Yeah, so going into night one here, we're kind of on a deep, broad reach, almost to the point where we could be wing on wing, but we tried that earlier and then that brings us too close to land. Right now we're kind of like, land's receding away, but then it comes out to a point which we don't want to hit. I kind of want to stay like 4 miles off every point. So this seems to be good. I'm just trying to get like the best speed out of the boat right now because there's not that much wind. So broad reach is a little faster than downwind in these conditions. And let's see here if we're going to see the green flash. The elusive green flash. I've never seen it yet, but...
I've never seen it either.
No.
Did you mention that we set the pole for 5 seconds?
Oh yeah, we set the pole. Like Kenneth probably showed you guys, it's on the starboard side. That being said, the pole will come in use either later tonight or in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. At some point when we veer off to the port side. So basically once we point past that point of land, we'll have to veer more east and south, and then the wind's going to stay from this direction or pretty much the same direction according to predict wind and windy. So at that point we'll be downwind. Definitely going to be able to wing on wing, and most likely the main will have to be on the port side because the wind's going to be coming from the starboard quarter. So we're going to favor the main on the port side, so the spinnaker pole should stay where it is, and hopefully it all goes to plan and we don't have to take it down and put it back up. So it's not a big issue, it's not a big deal right now. We do this a lot where we just leave the pole up on the side that we'll probably need it if we put it up, because it's not going to do anything. It's not like we're pitching and rolling in heavy seas right now. So if that was the case, we'd probably take it off because you don't want to, you know, start hitting waves with it. But it's pretty high on here, so it should be good. And now I'm rambling on, but oh, we didn't say green, we missed it. This is what happens. See how quick that was? She gone. She gone. Maybe that's why I never saw the green flags. I keep talking.
What you doing there?
I'm just putting my bibs on, and it's not because it's cold. It's just because it gets like the condensation at night, like the cushions outside get kind of like all moist and gross.
Moist.
So, yeah, this way I can like lay down and stuff. And then here, if you guys want to hear what it sounds like down below, right now we're doing what, like 4.5?
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 knots downwind, and this is like what it sounds like down below. And most of the sound is actually from the shaft spinning, because on Sitka we can't just log the transmission in reverse like you can do on some boats, because we have a hydraulic gearbox that keeps spinning. So we would have to install like a basically a shaft brake, which we don't have. So it's free spin, so that's what creates the noise. But she doesn't really creak or anything, which is nice. She will if we're going like 7.5, 8 knots in heavy seas and stuff, which we try to avoid. But most of the noise is like things moving and banging. But right now it's pretty stable. Like you can see the stove is gimbaled right now, which is barely moving. Basically the stove is the safest place on the sailboat because it moves with the boat, so we leave all the pans and stuff that could go flying. And we put the bed down earlier, so Kenneth's probably gonna sleep here, because right now the low side, even though we're downwind, which is going like this, the main's on this side and it's favored a bit this side, so you're like kind of like this. But this is a nice point of sail to be like down below. Like everything's pretty stable, which is really nice. And yeah, normally we try to avoid having white light because it destroys your night vision. Normally we stick to red.
Microphone.
It's not a microphone. Kenneth's telling me it's not a microphone, but I want to make sure you guys can hear me.
I can hear you.
So Kenneth's about to go off watch here.
Praise Jesus.
At 9 p.m. and then I'll be on from 9 to 1 a.m. And then Kenneth's going to be back on from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then I'll be back on from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And the cycle continues for the next 30 some hours, 40 hours.
Until we die.
Yeah, so like we're going slower than we thought we were gonna go because the wind is lighter, but it's starting to pick up. So
yeah, for Jay's watch, which is perfect.
Yeah, which is nice.
The wind likes Jay more than me.
Yeah, if we can do 5, it'd be great. But anyways, it's very calm and controlled, so it's nice. So can't complain about that, and we've had enough wind to sail the whole time. It was just like very fluky, but we had dolphins come and play, so that was really sweet. Yeah. The
moon is really bright, which is great. It actually lights up everything.
When it's this calm and we're both together in the cockpit, like, I'm not too anal about life jackets and clipping in, but when we're at night and we're by ourselves, then like we gotta wear this and then clip in here, and that's just because, yeah, it's safety. Even though like I know I won't fall right now in the cockpit by myself, but it just makes it's more for the other person that's down below sleeping than it is for the person on watch.
Very true.
So that way we know and we can sleep sound knowing that the other person's not gonna randomly fall overboard. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. It's pretty uneventful, which is nice. Sea state's pretty chill right now and not crazy. You can tell there's like we're kind of like in a bigger wind band right now with the clouds, which is cool. Had a nice sunset. What else happened? That's pretty much it.
Share with the group a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact about myself. Until we started sailing, or just before we started sailing, I had never had any facial hair in my life. I used to shave every day, everything, forever. And then Kenna convinced me to grow this mustache, and now it's like part of me. And then this year, she's like, grow this thing. So now I got a soul patch, and I named him Pinche Cabron.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, maybe next year I'll have a full beard. Who knows?
Link in the comments if you like the French mustache.
And the Pinche Cabron.
Pinche Cabron. Oh my god, okay.
All right.
That's enough.
That's enough for me. I'll see you all in 10 seconds.
This is my friend, Baba Ganoush. You spray on the bright. I'm trying to put him back in the sea, but come on, buddy. Hold on.
He wants to stay here.
Okay, but I'm afraid we'll step on him.
He's so small.
Yeah, let's see if I can grab him.
Oh my god, he's panicked.
I know. I just don't want to break him. There you go.
Is he cute?
Yeah, he's a tiny boy.
Where is he? Oh my god. He's so small.
We'll put him back at sea. There you go. So as you can tell, the engine is no longer on, which is nice. But it's very light winds. I don't know what we're making for a speed right now, but it's probably not much.
3.8, baby. 4.1. That's actually not horrible.
It's not horrible. Yeah, like the wind's been like barely, I don't know, probably 8 knots of wind right now.
It's been lying as per usual.
Yeah, so like for us, like we need to have like above 10 to sail really. Like we can sail obviously in this, but this is fine because right now the sea state's really flat. But if there's any swell, we'd just be luffing all over the place right now in this wind. So
yeah,
we need like an extra 2 or 3 knots. And that's the thing, like Sitka doesn't have like light wind sails. So these are all like heavy offshore, heavy Dacron sails. So not the best for light airs. And we don't have a spinnaker halyard the way the masthead is set up right now, so we wouldn't be able to run one, but it's something in the future that we'd like to add, like a little bowsprit with like Jenniker on a top-down furler or something. That would make this kind of sailing a lot better. We'd probably be able to do like maybe 5 right now and not have the main at all. But yeah, it's not bad. The sea state's calm, and at this rate I think we'll get there around noon tomorrow.
Gotta work with what you got.
Gotta work with what you got. But we had to motor a lot more than I thought, and I didn't want to because Ziwa is like a bit of a pain to get fuel. There isn't like anywhere to buy fuel per se in Ziwa, so like you have to deal with a guy that comes in a Panga. And from our past experiences, that depending on who it is, the fuel can be of lower quality and it's always at a higher price. So we're trying to minimize the amount of fuel we use, but at the same time, we still got to make way. So, and there's a lot of traffic. Like I don't know if Kenna told you last night, but she saw like 6 tankers.
Yeah. Just on my watch alone.
Yeah, like a lot of boats going in and out towards Manzanillo, which is like probably the biggest port on the west coast of Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. So lots of traffic. We're not that far offshore too. Like we're like just 7 miles off the coast. Because there's no point of going further offshore because we have to go more and more east. So if we get too far offshore, then we're gonna have to like make those miles back again. Apart from that, saw a lot of dolphins. I think we saw more dolphins though in the last day than we have this entire season combined, honestly.
Yeah, very true. They followed us at night too.
Yeah, even at night. Like at night we can't film them, but they were there the whole time and you can hear them, which is cool.
What do they sound like?
Something like that.
Something
not
like
quite,
that.
but it's like piercing the sound. Like when you hear it, well, it's pretty cool. And yeah, they came and played like around the rudder and the hydrovane rudder and the prop, and then which normally they don't. They usually tend to play more at the bow, but yeah, the one group played at the stern, which was kind of cool to see. And yeah, it's can't complain about the sea state. It's pretty flat, calm.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, Kenna's not seasick at all. She was able to. She just made us some nice tacos, which was delicious. And I got a line out, but we're going a little slow for catching fish. Fish tend to only, like all the lures we use are like for aggressive fish, so like mahi and tuna, and they don't really hit until you hit like 5.5, 6. If you're under that speed, we don't really hit, and we tend to only catch them when we're sailing. We have caught some this season motoring though, but most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's only when we're sailing that they hit. So we do have it quite close to the stern of the boat, so we don't like trawl a 300-foot line. We usually put it like 80 feet behind max, so maybe that's why they don't bite when the prop's on, but I could be wrong. And anything else to add?
No.
Okay, that's the update. Offshore, well, 7 miles from shore.
Yeah.
On a 200-mile passage. It's 190 according to the book, but yeah, when you're sailing, you add a couple miles here and there. It's probably gonna be closer to 200 by the time we get there, but yeah, we've heard mixed things now on Ziwa on the Navionics app too. Apparently the water's disgusting. But like the place is super nice, but the water's really gross. There's a lot of sewage, so it's not recommended to swim. And apparently the growth there is horrible. Like barnacles within like 9 days over the entire hull. So that's not too exciting. But apart from that, we're looking forward to be in a town where we can get a few things done, like propane, because we're probably, I don't know how low we're running, but we probably still have half a tank, but I don't like running that low. I like when we have our second tank filled in case we run out, and we haven't been able to do that yet. I mean, we could have, but it would have been a nightmare. And Ken is like looking at me like, are you gonna stop talking?
No, I'm not.
But what else?
There's crocodigators in the zoo.
Oh yeah, there's crocs too. I guess they like human feces. Yeah, apparently there's quite a bit of crocs there. Apparently too, there's not really a dinghy dog there. You just kind of land your dinghy on the beach, and there's these guys that basically spend 24 hours there. Like they rotate, and you just kind of tip them, and they keep an eye on your dinghy and stuff. And apparently their going rate is like 20 to 30 pesos. And that just keeps everybody happy, and then your stuff is safe apparently there. So that's nice. And apparently the landing ain't too bad. And like I said, there's one guy that deals with like the gas and the diesel and water at Panga, so like we'll contact him. There's a net there, so like if you guys don't know what a net is like every big anchorage or port in Mexico. I don't know if it's like that everywhere else, but in Mexico, where there's a lot of cruisers take it upon themselves to create a morning net, basically, where everybody chimes in on a certain channel on VHF. So for the most part here in Mexico, it's channel 22 alpha. So, and it's usually early in the morning, like 8:30, depending where you are. And then people can sign up, like you just like call your name, they do a roll call, and then you can ask for information, and they'll give you like activities of the day, or like if, you know, Susie on this boat is doing yoga on the beach at 10 a.m. Everybody's invited. And Bob on this boat is a diesel mechanic if anybody has diesel concerns, blah blah, which is super nice. And it also is useful when you get somewhere to get the lay of the land, because a lot of this information is not really online. Navionics is good for that because people can leave comments, but still, like, things change rapidly, especially in the last few years in Mexico. Things have been escalating rapidly in price, especially. Be aware, like, the prices have gone up a lot. Marinas and dinghy fees and all that stuff has been going through the roof. So sometimes it's not fully accurate what you read online. Even Noon Site sometimes is like quite lagging behind. It used to be like the Bible, but nowadays it seems to like not be as accurate. So yeah, the net is pretty much your best option, and just word of mouth, honestly. That's kind of how we get most of our information. People ask us sometimes, like, how do you figure out this, figure out that? Picture this, like when you're sailing and you get somewhere, it's like if you just move to a new city and you don't know anything every time, and you don't have a car. So like you got to figure out like where to get your fuel, where to get your diesel, where to get propane, where to get fresh water for us because we don't have a water maker, where to do your laundry, where to do groceries, and all these, and where to park your car for, in our case, our dinghy. How safe is it? Like all these little things. And that keeps things exciting, but it's something that you have to be aware of. So like every time we get somewhere, that we got to start over again. And that was a lot more daunting in the beginning. Now that we've done it a lot, we kind of like just roll with the program. Also where to land garbage, which is like a big one, because like as you can tell right now, we have like a big bag going because we've been like a week pretty remote right now, where we haven't been anywhere where we can dispose of our garbage responsibly. So we're waiting to be in a big port. Bye guys.
Okay, you guys, this is the extended boat hook that extended so far that we are now using it as a giant selfie stick for the GoPro in a really ghetto way. But anyway, I'm gonna try to use it to get you some shots because we do not fly the drone while we're at sea.
If you don't know why, check this episode that we're gonna link.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I don't know how those turned out, but I hope they're pretty rad. If not, I'm sorry. We're trying our best to get these shots.
Look at this, guys! King of the castle! Wow, wow, wee, wah! You can never catch me! Woo! And there's... That's it.
Sorry.
Figura. We've been at sea too long.
No, we haven't. We've only been here for 20 hours.
20 hours. That's right. 21 hours.
Really?
Let's see if I have a fish on. No fish on. No fish on. Maybe we'll film a whole episode like this. Tell us what you think.
That'd actually kind of be cool.
Bird's eye view.
Imagine doing everything and holding this though.
That'd be super hard. The boom would break up.
Let us know if you guys like our ghetto selfie stick. You like that angle or no?
That pole, guys, how far it extended is beyond belief.
Look, it's touching almost Jay's
No,
face.
no, but that's not even fully extended.
Yeah.
There's a whole middle part that got caught after I closed it. This thing was like 20 foot long. I swear to God, if you look at the video, I was like, I did not know they made them that long. It was stretched beyond belief. And I was holding on for dear life. Probably tore 16 ligaments doing it, but it was worth it.
Back in Escondido.
Back in Escondido when I'm blowing 35 down on the bow there and trying to get a more bow. It was pretty crazy out there.
Trying to ring a more bowl, but we missed and we got to loop around and get it again, but we didn't get it in. Going once, going twice, going three times, and so.
Going to the tournament, 16, someone is sold to the man in blue, one man, one man, one four, they don't know those things, more about four.
Holy friggin' frack. Alright, that's enough of that, I think. Update, we are downwind with a good, I would say, 12 knots of wind. Going about 5.5, which is beautiful. And just cruising, loving life. Getting rocked a little bit, but other than that, she good. Jay is down below making our second batch of that pasta I made a couple days ago now, I guess, or yesterday. I lose track of time out here. And yeah, about to have dinner, about to go into night 2, and we can see Zihuatanejo on the charts upcoming, and we should be coming in for an ETA around 6:30 a.m. So we actually wouldn't mind slowing down a tidgy bit so that we come in at sunrise, which would be nice to drop the hook in the light, but we are not opposed to dropping the hook in the dark because it does happen a lot of time actually. So yeah, that's our update.
Look at what I made. I slaved all day in the galley for this.
No!
No, Ken, I made this before we left. So yesterday we had some for dinner, and now we're having the leftovers for dinner tonight, and that's perfect. That meant very minimal cooking for a passage, which is good. I had made a crepe mix too. Oh, I think I just went through. Had made a crepe mix for brekkie, and then Ken and I made some tacos, which we do pretty easily. We just buy meat that's already pre-chopped up, so it's like easy passage meals. And I'm wearing the same thing for 2 days, so after dinner I'm gonna go rinse with a bit of salt water and a little fresh water rinse at the end on the side deck. Obviously right now it's the sportiest it's been. It's always at dinner time that it usually happens, but I'll take it because we're going fast right now. Actually, it says we're gonna get there at like before sunrise actually.
Let's be real. Who's the real galley chef?
The galley chef?
Leonard.
No, Leonard's definitely in charge of this shit show over here.
Leonard took over when Harry left.
Yeah. Harry was definitely the chef at sea.
If you OG viewers out there that remember Harry Hall,
making like sauce from scratch in like crazy offshore conditions, or like sushi rolls, and we're like on a like 25-degree heel.
yeah, we miss you, bro.
Yeah, Harry
I'll always remember when I'm outside, double clipped in, and you come out with like a glass bottle of soy sauce and chopsticks, and all I see them is rolling from left to right, and Kenna have to feed me like a mama bird. So like, I have to use both hands to steer.
So true. Comment down below if you want Harry Hall back on the boat.
Let's go, Harry.
Get back, right.
Nothing beats sharing a dinner meal with your love while the sun sets at sea. Not all moments are like this while sailing though. We've had many hardships, believe me. From breaking a portside spreader 160 nautical miles offshore, to chipping a prop, to having our gooseneck snap at sea, and a bunch of other minor inconveniences in between, as many cruisers would understand. Once you've dealt with difficult times at sea, there is just something about a perfect sail on a perfect evening cruising at 5 knots in calm sea conditions. It just makes us feel extra grateful for moments like this and how far we've come to get here.
Good morning, you guys. We are about 2 miles out from Zihuatanejo right now, and we should be anchored in about 20-30 minutes. So we're very excited. This passage wasn't as active as we would have loved it. The wind seemed to want to just die at night, which kind of sucked. So we did do a bit more motoring than we would have loved, but we're here. We're grateful for the sailing that we did get in, and yeah, it actually went very well. And now we're in a new anchorage, and we've heard wonderful things about Ziwa, so we're excited to be here and excited to check it out. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on anything, and follow along for our adventure.
Alright guys, so we're just about to enter here. It's pretty much sunrise, which is good.
Early.
It's just before sunrise, but enough visibility to get in. We'll be there in like 25 minutes. We're seeing the entrance of the anchorage there. And from first glance, it's a way bigger city than I thought.
Yeah.
Like there's like actual like huge buildings over there. The anchorage is more of a quiet spot, but still like there's a decent sized city here. Yeah, I think we mentioned it before, but yeah, no swimming in that water. It's like fecal matter polluted. But apparently there's a nice anchorage in a calm weather that you can anchor by a little tropical island by Ixtapa. So 2 days before we're planning on sailing south for our next big sail, we're probably gonna go there and clean the hull, and then if it's calm enough, stay there the night. If not, come back here and anchor back in Ziwa for a night. So yeah, I gotta look at the nav here. And here, like, sunrises and sunsets are like 50 shades of yellow. It's uncommon for us to time our things perfect to come in light. We usually come in at dark.
Thank you for watching. Next week, stay tuned for our Ziwa adventures, which consist of a race in the annual Zihuatanejo Sail Fest, in which we participate on our good pal's 1998 catamaran. This you won't want to miss, so hit that bell and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.